A lone spacecraft drifts in the endless darkness of space. Stars are scattered about faintly. The cold void stretches endlessly in all directions. For over 4 decades, Voyager 2 has been drifting quietly into the abyss, passing the edge of the solar system, beyond the frozen planets and icy bodies. The blackness deepens around it. It's an alien world out here. Cinematic view, Voyager's like a ghost ship, a relic of the 1970s. Its antennas like skeletal fingers extended as if grasping at the faint blue light of Earth, so far away. We zoom in for a close-up of one of Voyager's antenna dishes. Its signal is faint, and the cosmic static is starting to drown it out. But then, suddenly, there's a spike on the NASA control room monitors. Scientists freeze in shock as the screens flash with jagged lines and numbers. They look up from their consoles, disbelief on their faces. Something's coming through the noise. It sent something back. Not just data, but a message that made NASA scientists stop. Here, Voyager 2 passes beyond the heliopause, leaving the protective embrace of the sun's solar wind. This moment marked a historic first, a spacecraft venturing into the unknown beyond our star's influence. It was supposed to be a quiet crossing of a blurred boundary into a gentle, silent void. But what they saw on Voyager's instruments was anything but. The lines on their graphs jumped and jittered. The numbers on their readouts spun wildly out of control. Was this the end of the mission? Was the spacecraft damaged? Or was it something else entirely? What secrets lie hidden in the depths of space? And what did Voyager 2 find when it crossed the veil of the solar wind? NASA scientists thought they were ready for anything after Voyager 1 sent back the first images of the heliopause more than a decade earlier. But the data from Voyager 2 was something else entirely. At first, the signs were subtle. An unexpected spike in cosmic ray flux, the sun's magnetic field aligning too perfectly with the galactic field. Then came the crossing itself, sudden, sharp, and brief, like a knife slicing through butter. Radiation levels spiked by 70%. Magnetic fields twisted abruptly, plasma roared around the ship. It was as though a dense membrane had been pierced. That's why, when Voyager 2 finally emerged on the other side, it found itself in an eerily silent region. The solar wind had vanished, replaced by a calm, filtered radiation. As if stepping into a bubble, the storm of cosmic rays and energetic plasma raging outside the bubble distorted the bubble's surface like a heat haze, creating a comet-shaped pulse that rippled outward. This protective bubble, called the heliosphere, extends about 120 astronomical units from the Sun, where 1 astronomical unit is the average distance between the Sun and Earth. Beyond that, the solar wind fades into the interstellar medium, the stuff between the stars. And it's here where things get interesting, because the heliosphere isn't as simple as a sphere surrounding the Sun. It's a dynamic, breathing entity that expands and contracts with the Sun's 11-year cycle. So, as Voyager moves through space, it witnesses these cycles playing out on a grand scale. In effect, Voyager is riding a wave. It rides the crest of a wave of high-energy particles that rolls across the galaxy about every 240 days. Between the bursts are calmer periods with lower energy levels. Yet, even during these lulls, Voyager is not alone. It shares the space with a constant hum of activity. Charged particles from distant supernovas pepper the void, while magnetic fields twist and turn in unpredictable ways, whipping up plasma flows that can last thousands of years. One day, as Voyager continues its journey, something strange happens. It's like the ship hits a snag in the fabric of space-time. All of a sudden, it seems to drop out of sync with the rest of the cosmos. The readings on its instruments go haywire. The familiar hum of interstellar space turns into a roar. Is this the end of the mission? Has Voyager 2 encountered some unforeseen obstacle? How will the crew cope with this new development? To understand what's happening, we need to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. As Voyager approaches the boundary of the heliosphere, it finds itself enveloped by a strange phenomenon. A shock wave from a nearby supernova has created a bubble of high-energy particles and tangled magnetic fields. This bubble is about 10 times larger than the heliosphere, and it's moving at nearly 300,000 kilometers per second. And now, Voyager 2 is hurtling straight towards it. When the spacecraft first entered the bubble, it didn't notice much at all. The solar wind was still strong enough to keep the interstellar dust at bay. But now the situation is rapidly changing. The solar wind has weakened and the bubble's magnetic field is starting to have an effect. Is this the end of the line for Voyager 2? Will it be the first spacecraft to be destroyed by interstellar dust? How will humanity respond to the loss of such an important mission? Back at NASA, the team scrambles to make sense of the incoming data. It doesn't make sense. Their instruments are showing signs of turbulence, but it's like trying to measure the wind by watching leaves move in a storm. They need to get closer, see inside the bubble. But sending a new mission would take years. And besides, they have Voyager 1. Or do they? Just as the team is about to give the order to send Voyager 1 closer, they receive a transmission from NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. The team freezes as they hear the news. Voyager 1 is giving off erratic signals. Is the same thing happening to Voyager 2? Could both of their spacecraft be in danger? But this is no time to panic. They have to think clearly and come up with a plan quickly. What will they do next? Will they be able to save their spacecraft? And what will happen if they don't? They decide to put Voyager 2 on a new course, one that will take it directly into the heart of the interstellar bubble. The team watches as the spacecraft makes its way toward the unknown. The data coming back from Voyager 2 is unlike anything they've seen before. It's as though the spacecraft is being bombarded by invisible forces, buffeted by an unseen tide. Back at NASA, the team races to make sense of the data. They can't believe what they're seeing. Is this possible? Could there really be such a force at play? How will they protect the spacecraft? We learn that the galaxy is not as chaotic as it seems. There is a hidden order to the apparent randomness. The key, they discover, lies in the heliosphere, the Sun's protective bubble. By studying the heliosphere, scientists realized that the galaxy is not as random as it seems. There is a hidden order to the apparent chaos. This discovery led to a stunning realization. The Sun, along with the rest of the galaxy, is actually moving through a sea of cosmic weather, a never-ending cycle of waves and eddies of high-energy particles. This revelation changed everything. Scientists now know that the galaxy is not a static, unchanging place. It's a dynamic, evolving system. And the Sun, far from being isolated, is connected to the rest of the galaxy in ways they never imagined. But the story doesn't end there. As Voyager continues its journey, it encounters another surprise. The galactic magnetic field is not as tangled as it seems. It's actually aligned with the Sun's magnetic field, forming a vast magnetic harmony that stretches across the galaxy. This discovery raises even more questions. Why are the magnetic fields aligned? What is the source of this magnetic harmony? And how will it affect the Sun and the solar system? Finally, we reach the most shocking discovery of all. Voyager finds evidence of a cosmic tripwire, a boundary that reacts to the approach of celestial bodies. This discovery suggests that the galaxy is not as empty as we think. There may be other observers out there, waiting for signs of life in the universe. What does this mean for humanity? Are we alone in the galaxy? And if not, who are these observers and what are they waiting for? And then there's the mystery of the golden record. As Voyager spins silently in the darkness of space, its faint glow reveals the etched diagrams and symbols. Could this be a message to the cosmos or a beacon to guide lost souls home? The answer, they hope, lies in the music, greetings and instructions encoded on the record. But will anyone ever hear it? We end with a close-up of the Earth as seen from space. A small blue dot suspended in the vastness of the cosmos, a reminder of our place in the universe and the fragility of our existence. The question is, will we continue to explore the unknown, or will we stay on our little blue dot?